Hola a todos, bienvenidos a un nuevo video para el canal. Aquí su brother, su pana, su cuate Danker Games X8 en un nuevo video para el canal. Y estamos aquí con el Dankerverse Impacto. Bueno, hoy toca un Special Cap otra vez. El último capítulo de la segunda temporada fue también un Special Cap, que fue cuando sacamos al Danker de Rayo. Y ahora va a ser otro Special Cap jugando el evento. Ah, pero bueno, aprovechando, ahora que caigo, debo una oportunidad al Danker de Rayo, claro que sí. Lo subí un poco. Obviamente no pega tanto como debería, pero vamos a dejar que haga su debut aquí el desgraciado. No pega mucho porque no le subió el artefacto ni nada, pero bueno. Vamos a dejar que hoy aparezca en el lore. Muy bien. Vilmita y el lagarto, ¿qué pasa? Nosotros nunca nos aburrimos. Hemos ya salvado 4 naciones y pronto iremos a la quinta.
We were talking about one certain traveler and how two's company but three's a crowd as the inseparable duo tore around Tibet, making 4 friends here and 5 more there, often at 6s and 7s as they braved the lakes and seas, collecting pieces of 8 and countless other treasures. It just gets worse and worse. Shortly, you may attend a grand banquet at Stone Gate. All will be dressed to the nines for majestic food and fine wines. And after 8 long drinks and 7 shorts, they'll each write 6 lines 5 times. You've been to all 4 corners of the world, so in 3 short seconds, can you
Una gala de
guess from these
poesía,
2
¿verdad, lagarto?
stanzas of one speech each what this event is about?
Obviamente, poesía.
Correct! It's a poetry gala in Mondstadt and Leo era. Do you still remember the promise I made to the distinguished director Who here during the Lantern Rite?
Ah, han pasado tiempo de eso.
Oh, something about writing poetry together? That's right. At the dinner table that night, I just knew this young bard was a rare talent with exceptional taste. You know, it's rare to encounter such a kindred spirit. And now, I've finally seized the chance to collaborate. It took me much trekking across the land to petition Eugene Terrace and contact the Knights of Favonius, but in the spirit of friendship and poetry sharing, I managed to successfully organize the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala.
Entiendo.
Bit of a weird. Liua's poetry is known far and wide, and Mondstadt is the city of wine and song. With 2 nations teaming up, it'll be double the fun. And a great chance for people from both places to get to know one another. Hu Tao and I will be the co-hosts for this poetry gala. Of course, I haven't studied the various forms and formalities of Liyue poetry for very long, so please forgive my dreadful performance just now. Not at all, Venti. You followed my lead most excellently. You flatter me. Well, this sounds like fun. Let's get involved.
No se me da mal escribir, pero bueno, prefiero leer, la verdad.
Paimon, sure you'll be amazing. Remember that time in Liyue when Paimon gave you the first half of a couplet? Wind rises, winds never churn. You came up with the second half right away.
Las nubes por el mar de nubes están volando.
Looks like someone's got a knack for this. Perhaps we'll have to read. All right, so basically you guys are here to discuss the activities for the poetry gala, right? Oh, looks like little Paimon's brain has gained a wrinkle or 2. Huh? Wait, Paimon guessed wrong? We came here hoping to invite a special guest.
I already told you, I'm not going.
Ya les he dicho que no estoy a tiempo para sus tonterías.
Xiao, you're here too.
El último chija.
Never having penned a verse myself, how could I hope to judge the poetry of others? Besides, afflicted with karma as I am, the raucous atmosphere you are cultivating is precisely the kind which I must avoid.
Para empezar, no soy poeta. En segundo, a los Uchiha no se gusta estar solos. Ustedes lo entienden.
Hey now, there's a first time for everything, right? We all start from Itsy Bitsy Spider, and you don't even have to join us in person if you really don't want to. You can just watch, but at least head down and take a look first. It's right by the inn, and besides, with the renowned traveler here, what is there to fear?
Bien, date una oportunidad, Uchiha. De acuerdo.
Consider it.
No voy a activar el Sharingan por ahora, pero lo pensaré. Sí, siempre es así.
Why don't you all head to the venue and take a look around? Quite a few of your friends should have arrived. Yes, that's right. Venti and I still need to discuss the poem for the opening ceremony. So, we'll catch up with you later. Plus, our Adeptus friend might need a bit more convincing. We'll gotcha. We'll be on our way then.
Muy bien, en marcha. Adivinanza, adivinanza, versos y adivinanza. Muy bien. Según esto, tendré que utilizar mi teletransportación para llegar al lugar. ¿Y dónde está? Aquí.
Wow, it's so lively. Didn't think there'd be so many people here already. And a lot of them are familiar faces. Let's go say hi.
Mi error. Es...
Wow, look who's here. This poetry fest seems to have attracted talent of the highest caliber.
¿Qué pasa, Traponcio?
Hey, Shincho and Chanyu are here too.
I was actually heading into the mountains to train, but he accosted me on the way and dragged me here.
Estaba entrenando mis poderes con mi espada de hielo y este desgraciado me trajo aquí convenciéndome que habría cosas buenas, pero no veo a nadie con quien pelear.
Oh, how your words wound me. Is it not the responsibility of an exorcist of Liyue to ensure that this celebration of friendship between our two nations stays free of... Besides, this is an excellent opportunity to meet heroes who have come from far and wide. Surely, you must be curious as to how that heroine of Mondstadt was able to lift such heavy objects like they were but a feather. Are you talking about Noelle? Yeah, she's super strong. Oh? Well, since you are so well acquainted...
Okay, fine. But don't forget to help me with my investigation like you promised. That's the only reason I agreed to come at all.
Me prometiste que me ayudarías con algo si venía, así que espero que no incumplas tu promesa.
Huh? What investigation? Naturally, I could never forget such a thing. My word is my bond.
Demasiado misterio. Cuidado que el Tanker Hakai está aquí para juzgarlos a ustedes dos, ¿eh? Así que más vale que no intenten nada. Y Mami Shogun también está acá, desgraciado. Ay, por cierto, tu versión adulta también. Pinche Toshiro. Diona.
Traveler and Paimon? I didn't expect to see you here.
Sí, luego de salvar los campos elíseos teníamos un poco de tiempo.
Are you here to mix drinks? That's right. I was specially asked to attend this event on behalf of the Cat's Tail, and I'm also here as a mixologist representing the Mondstadt wine industry. You're representing Mondstadt's wine industry? Oh, you must be hating every minute of it. Of course I hate it. But it's also a perfect chance to destroy the reputation of Mondstadt's wine business once and for all. Huh? How do you think... All I need to do is add some gross ingredients to the drinks, and I can create the most disgusting concoctions. Paimon thinks you'll end up getting the opposite... Just you wait. I ain't about to mess this up.
Que tengas mucha suerte.
Some poetry with us too? Poetry? I've heard plenty of bards sing in the tavern before, but I've never tried writing any myself. You should join in. It'll be fun. Fine. if I have time.
Ok. Noelita, what's up?
Mika! Noel!
Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon.
¿Cómo están?
Are you here for the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala as well? You said that with a straight face? Is Paimon the only one who thinks it sounds weird?
Representatives? No. Nothing fancy like that. We were sent here by the Knights of Favonius to help maintain order and set up the venue.
Ya
But
veo.
I didn't really do anything useful so far. Noelle brought all these tables and chairs here from Mondstadt by herself.
Oh, no, that's just not true. Your efforts were indispensable. You selected the venue, drew up the layout, and so on. Also, you're the true knight here.
What? No. Please don't. Just keep calling me Mika.
Why does it feel like these two could keep... Anyway, Master Jane did say that as long as we keep on top of our work, we should take a... But I haven't written much poetry before, so I'm not sure if I'll fit in.
I actually have the same concern.
Hay una primera para todos, chicos.
Plus, you won't be alone. We're joining too. The Traveler's a really good writer, you know.
Really? In that case,
Perhaps. The challenge of writing poetry... Paimon wouldn't go there. But anyway, no backing...
sure. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two.
Oh, Mika beat me to it. I was gonna ask for help too.
Les enseñaré a los dos, no se preocupen. Muy bien. Parece que no hay nada extraño en este lugar. Vamos a ver qué pasa.
Poems and melodies wandering the wind, wafting to pastures beyond their home. Two greedy fishies struggling to swim. They ate so much that they're starting to groan. Animal crystal fly draped in gold robes, a bright little light from that glazed lantern glows. Benches pinch the rice and scoot while the boars of the forest anxiously root. Welcome one and all to this festival of poetry, jointly organized by Lua and Mondstadt. Or, in full, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala. We're your hosts, Liyue's versemonger of the darkest alleys, Hutao. And Mondstadt's liquor-loving lyricist, Venti the Bard. The purpose of this event is to promote friendly poetic exchanges between our two nations. So please, have fun, talk to other people, and make... If you're here, you're our guest. So I'd also like to reassure everyone that this event welcomes people of all skill levels. If you ask me, the most important thing you can bring to writing poetry is authenticity. That means reaching deep down to all the... To help everyone really cut loose and enjoy themselves to the fullest, Venti and I have carefully prepared... Let's get right to it! Solving riddles, huh? Interesting. It's actually...
Whew. I'm glad they're not making us write sonnets or something right at the start.
Does everyone see the lanterns hanging around the venue? These have been specially prepared for the riddle game. Simply write down your riddle and hang it on a lantern. Then Venti and I will select a few to pose to the crowd, and you will try to solve them. We'll now give you some time to write down and hang up your riddles. Feel free to walk around and talk with the other contestants to get the creative juices flowing. And with that, the neighboring nations...
Muy bien. ¿Qué es esto?
Oh, let's see what's... A tender sigh for home, how far the flowers roam. A visitor asks me why, for a dream beyond the sky. Okay, someone from Liyue definitely wrote this one.
I just read that one too. Liyue's poems seem pretty difficult to grasp.
¿Oh, en serio?
Dreams, sky. Is it talking about some kind of bird? So it means something like This thing's really far from home. It's in a vast area, and it's flying really high. Is that it?
Oh, you're amazing, Paimon. Oh, it looks like I still have a lot.
It's nothing, really. Once you've spent enough time in Liyue.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Back when I was out with the Grandmaster on the...
But back to the riddle. We still haven't actually solved it.
What's something that flies high and...
Oh, that makes sense. And Mondstadters believe that...
But maybe we're missing something? It can't be that easy. After all, it's a... What do you think, Traveler?
Creo que puede ser eso.
Great! Then we'll have one answer ready to go when the...
La clave está en la
Just like
sinceridad.
Benji said. As long as the interpretation makes sense.
Well, no matter what the real answer is, let's go look at the next one.
Oh, yes. I want to see if there's any Mondstadt-style riddle.
Siguiente.
This one says...
Carajo, puta madre, me trafiqué.
I have 4 corners like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. I pass through the lips 1 piece at a time. The more you consume, the better your mind. Oh, wow, Paimon's drooling from that one.
Oh, Paimon. You have to look past the surface level...
Huh? So have you...
Well...
Singcho just hung that riddle up a moment ago.
Él ha sido el que lo puso ahí.
Oh, so this is Shincho's riddle!
This festival is about building friendship and mutual understanding. With so many friends from
Hey, not bad!
Not a chance. You'll have to wait for the answer. If that's how you feel, why don't you try and...
Maybe Paimon will! We'll see who stumps who! Traveler, you'll help Paimon come up with a riddle, right?
Sí, claro.
Then I look forward to...
Prepare to get stumped!
¿Por qué tengo que hacerlo yo?
Even though Paimon said she'd write a riddle, Paimon really doesn't have any clue how. Let's start by reading a few more of other people's for inspiration. On 4 long legs, my slim body sits. I eat not a bite. Is this talking about some kind of animal?
Debe ser otra cosa.
It's a chair. Huh? Diona, how did you know? Of course I didn't write it. The answer... I'm always telling the cats in the tavern that the chairs get tired from working all the time, so they shouldn't use them to sharpen their claws. Oh, okay. So are you trying to run... Yep, and thanks to you, Paimon's just thought of... Maybe I should try to come up with one, too. All right, Paimon's riddle is now hanging up. Diona, do you want to know? Nah, no need. I don't really... Oh, okay then. Sure, have fun.
Hey! Looks like everyone's about done mingling and riddling. Gather round! Venti and I have selected several riddles from everyone's contributions. And if your riddle gets selected, remember that you have to announce the correct answer at the end. Anyone who guesses correctly gets 1 point, and if nobody guesses correctly...
Of course, when the riddler reveals the right response, it only counts if everyone agrees that it...
That's right. Now, if there...
Hopefully they'll draw at least some that I can get. Oh no, does only the first person to solve it get the points? Ugh.
Please choose Paimon's riddle. Please choose Paimon's riddle.
Riddle number 1. Let me see here. This riddle is, unique. I have 4 corners, like a square pancake, but I'm stuck.
They drew Shincho's.
Better answer as quickly as you can. You don't want someone else...
You... Oh, brat. It's, pizza! The answer is pizza!
Even without the author coming forward, I can confidently and while I'm no expert in...
But eating pizza makes you happy! Okay, Paimon admits she may have jumped the gun on this. Maybe it's some other kind of food. No. Riddles are never that simple, and it needs to... if Paimon had known it was gonna be this tough, she'd have read more books in her time. What is it? Have you got...
Un libro. Son rectangulares, están rellenos de caracteres diminutos.
Oh, bucks! The answer is bucks!
That was quicker than I expected. I was quite proud of that one. Oh, it appears the riddle writer has announced the answer.
Huh? So the answer was books?
We're awesome at this! What Paimon meant to say was that you're...
Muy bien dicho, campanita. Yo fui el que adivinó. Yo me llevo el crédito.
On to riddle number 2.
I gotta get in there first this time.
Dale, pinche Sora.
High above the wispy clouds, amidst the gloomy snow-filled shroud, standing alone on an icy stage, beneath it every lowly sage. Looks like a poem from Leela. Oh, it's...
I got it!
Looks like those two have some ideas.
Mika, please go ahead. As a full Knight of Favonius, you represent all of us from Mondstadt here.
No, how could I? It was you who thought of it first.
Well, my answer isn't necessarily correct.
No,
How gracious and How about both of you say your answer at the same time?
Oops, I didn't realize...
Oh, crud. So, Noelle,
Yes, let's.
Cecilia.
Oh, that certainly sounds like a good candidate for the correct answer. A flower that blooms on the highest... although, since the writer hasn't yet come forward to announce...
I can't believe I was wrong.
Is the answer Qingshin? The poem does evoke a strong... Correct! I wrote this one. Qingshin is the...
No! Shinjo got it!
However, after listening to the host's description, I do remember reading about Cecilia flowers, so I'd like...
Really? Well, since even the Riddler themselves...
Darn it! Shinjo's caught up to Paimon already!
Solo es un punto, tranquila.
You're probably right.
Moving now to our third riddle. Huh? What's got no wings but flies in the air, never gets tired of floating up there, so full of mora it comes out the nose, but in this...
That's Paimon's! They picked Paimon!
¡Es ella, weón! ¡La escribí a sí misma!
What is it? Why isn't anyone guessing?
That's not quite it. More like, it's so ludicrously simple that we just cannot believe it.
What? No way! Well,
The answer is Paimon.
what?
It's Paimon. I was actually gonna say Paimon too.
Me too.
No! You're all completely wrong!
Paimon, do you have wings?
No.
You're always floating, but you never seem to get tired of it.
And Paimon has a very healthy appetite.
I've heard from the senior knights that the traveler rescued Paimon by fishing her out of the sea.
Glug, glug. Wait. Now Paimon's doubting herself. What was the answer again?
Me tento un poco a pensarlo.
No, you're all wrong. The answer to Paimon's riddle is obviously the J.
Is that so? In fact, if we just added 2 more lines...
Huh? What did...
The traveler's companion and talkative guide. A praiseworthy presence.
Aw, do you mean it? Can we really add that part?
Yo voto por ello.
You think so cute? Okay, then Paimon would like to announce that the correct...
Great! And with that, the...
Guessing riddles is a lot of fun. And even though Paimon didn't manage to beat Shinjo, Paimon still
Sí,
feels
lo
like
que
he got
tú
a
digas.
little smarter.
Lo que tú digas, campanita. Lo que tú digas.
Didn't Changyu mention he was investigating something before?
Muy bien, vamos a ver.
Hey, you two!
know, for a moment there, I was worried I might lose.
Oh, are you collecting your
I am indeed. Though, if you...
Seriously?
A most generous donation by yours truly as director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Namely, a buy one, get one free coupon for our high-end customized service
La
package.
cara de la pobre del campanita,
Time
¿viste
to
esto?
learn your skill.
Nope, nuh-uh, no thank you, Hard Pass, you can keep it.
Are you sure? In that case...
Here you are. Now remember, this package comes with our anytime, anywhere, on-demand collection service. Just give us a call and we'll be right there. With any luck. Oh,
So, to what do we owe the honor, Paimon?
What do you mean we? Changyun's the one Paimon's looking for.
Oh, yeah. That.
Muy
How
bien
about
eso.
I put it in riddle form?
Huh? Isn't the competition over?
'Twas like a demon not demonic, or devil devoid of the diabolic. Afar it floated free above the ground, but when approached...
sounds to
Pero
me
chica.
like you encountered...
Perhaps I should just basically, while I was training, it was floating in the air without any kind of external aid, and its body was almost transparent. At first I thought I'd finally encountered a demon that wasn't repelled by my pure yang spirit, but none of my methods had any effect on it. And when I went to try and get a closer look at it,
You're sure it's not a good...
quite sure. I could sense that it had a physical body, and if it were a spirit, I'm sure it would have been scared away long before I saw... It's all my fault. I got overexcited, and in my haste, I didn't ascertain its true nature before taking action.
You shouldn't blame yourself. It was something you'd never seen before. Besides, we're making up for it now.
Any thoughts, Venti? Have you managed to untangle...
Why don't you take a guess first?
Oh?
I can't be absolutely certain, but I'm reasonably sure it's not what Liyue would call an... How about this?
Oh, does that mean we get to play outside while we...
Close. Good ideas could just pop into your head out of thin air, but if you ask me,
You say that, but your gaze keeps drifting over...
Bueno, pasamos la primera parte, que fue facilita. Los minijuegos, ¿no? Queda esto. Bueno, cada uno me enamora y... Genial, ¿vale? Muy bien, siguiente de Lore. Bueno, de paso. Ya que estamos. Ok. Los minijuegos los voy a hacer después. Fuera de cámara. Ahora lo importante es el lore, nada más. ¡En marcha! ¿Sabes que hay algo que vieron? Nada se escapa a mi ojo biónico. Nada. No empecemos que no me quiero ahogar. Estando al lado de la cuestión sería ridículo ya. Hola, viejo. ¿Qué haces? Ok. Ya dice. Ahora sí. ¿Y esto? Sí, sí, ya sé que está por terminar, lo estoy haciendo a última hora ya.
Looks like it's about time to head over to the venue again. I'm still curious what Changyun saw the other day.
¿Dónde está?
Wow, everyone got here so early. The sun is shining bright today. As soon as that leaf floats past Stonegate, we should...
The theme of the second day of the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala is
Pairing couplets. Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have to create new lines of poetry based on fixed...
heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky and the boundless land, forest borers and ocean shrimp, lavender melons and matsutake shroom. Based on a given line of poetry, you must... The two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both semantically.
To buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails, we've...
An inspiration walk?
By inspiration walk, we simply mean wandering around in the wild. Of course, to all our friends, old and new, please be careful while out and about. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
In short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy... Traveler, can you round up Singcho, Chongyun, and the Mondstadt contingent? Oh, is it that thing from yesterday?
Por supuesto.
Thanks. So, we hope that each of you can keep an eye out for this while you're out on your inspiration walk.
Are you sure this is okay? It was just something I ran into.
Oh, please don't say that, Mr. Chongyun. Master Jean ordered us to work with you however we can to...
Besides, investigating any strange occurrences near Mondstadt and making a report to the Knights of Favonius is also part of our job. I don't mind either, because while we're out, I can look for a new cocktail ingredient. Just think of it like an outing with friends.
Sí, está bien, yo también.
The way I see it, you should just humbly accept...
All right. In that case, thank you all.
Now, how about we split into two groups for the day?
Bien.
You mean to come...
Not just that. Don't forget, this is still part of the poetry. If we all see the same sights and sounds during our inspiration walk, how can we write unique...
That's true.
Why don't we draw lots? Yeah!
Drawing lots? But what if I end up...
I've got the slips of paper here. Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants to go first! Okay, so that's the Traveler, Paimon, Diona, and Chongyun in one group, and Singcho, Mika, and Noel in the other.
Ah, bueno, me tocó con Diona y Toshiro. Ya, dos que me caen bien, perfecto.
What a relief.
Then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
Oh, I don't...
I also await your guidance.
Ya tengo ganas que
Here, everyone.
empecemos.
Did anyone forget to bring anything? If not,
Wow. Are those ears and tail real? All right. Miss Diona, is there...
just call me Diona. Since we're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Que dé paso al
Then, everyone?
Empecemos. Parece que esto no será tan pérdida de tiempo. Bien, según esto, está acá. ¿Y a todo acá significa que me podría agarrar a madrazos con algo? Claro que sí, ¿no? Estoy seguro que hay personajes indeseables por aquí. Ay, concha, ven acá. No le pegué al Danker Hakai, loco. Bueno, quería pelear, quería debutar. Mostremos nuestro poder. Oye, ¡ay, qué nostalgia me trae el ver al Danker Hakai que pegue tampoco! Me recuerda a los personajes en su tiempo. Bon Kai, garras salvajes. ¡Hostia! Bro, qué increíble poder tiene. Lo voy a usar en un electro cargado, seguramente. ¡Wow! ¡Qué genial el modo Hakai, hermano! Bien, tiene que ser aquí.
Right over there, next to the water. That's where I saw it. But it was a little foggy at the time, so...
The view from here is great, but there's kind of a gloomy atmosphere around here.
I wasn't taking a walk. I come here to train.
Train? Like how knights train for
It's a bit different. As an exorcist of Liyue, my training involves practicing techniques for the exorcism of evil spirits.
Ya veo.
exorcism?
I've always wanted to demonstrate the power of exorcism, but it's a pity. I've never actually gotten the chance.
Changyun is 1 in a million. He has pure yang spirit, so as soon as he gets close, evil spirits run and hide. Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
It's awful. Have you ever heard of an exorcist that's never seen an evil spirit? A lot of people think I'm a fraud because of this condition of mine.
No te preocupes, eres un secador. Da igual.
Your physical constitution is far rarer than the techniques still passed down by exorcists today. You should treasure it.
Señor Toshiro, tu constitución física es menos común de todos los que he visto antes. Deberías valorar más tus habilidades.
Conqueror of demons.
Señor Sasuke,
Is that a friend of yours? Yep, this is Xiao, an adeptus of Liyue.
este es el último Chija, el guardián de Liyue.
Adeptus? Wow, I've never seen one of those before. Hello, Mr. Adeptus?
Just call me Shao.
Puedes llamarme Sasuke, dilo así nada más. Y tengo ya activado el Sharingan para verificar que todo esté bien.
So, are you here to train too? Or are you out for an inspiration walk?
When I heard about the exorcist's encounter, my suspicions were roused. That's why I'm here.
Escuché lo que vio Toshiro y me vine atraído por la curiosidad. Me pregunto si será fuerte esa cosa.
I've already informed the owner of the inn. If you see anything out of the ordinary, return immediately and leave it to me.
Si ven algo fuera de lo común, no se olviden de avisarme.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to drag even the Conqueror of Demons into this.
No esperé que por no controlar mis poderes molestaría a los Uchiha.
I have already patrolled the area and found nothing amiss. Either the anomaly you encountered was no evil spirit, or perhaps it already left.
He patrullado la zona y no he visto nada extraño. Quizás eso que presenciaste no era un espíritu maligno. Podría ser otra cosa.
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
Supongo que eso quiere decir que vinimos por nada.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
Espera.
Yeah, you should come. There's no one else around here anyway, so you don't need to worry.
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus Xiao. It is a rare opportunity, and I have many questions about exorcising evil spirits that I would like to ask you.
La verdad sería muy interesante preguntarte tus habilidades Uchiha, tus jutsu, así podría incorporar a mi habilidad de Shinigami. Sería algo proactivo. De acuerdo, bien, bien, lo haré.
Fine.
Seems like this Adeptus is pretty shy.
Team Changyun as a new member! Yay!
What? When did this become my team? Now that Adeptus Xiao is joining us, if anyone's team leader, it should be...
Don't overthink it! Diona, didn't you say you wanted to find some new ingredients?
Yeah, I don't get to come to Liyue very often, so I want to gather some new ingredients while I'm here. I've heard that Liyue's Jueyun chilies can set your throat on fire.
Uh-huh. Julian chilies.
¿Los chiles?
I'm not sure that would taste very good.
No creo que sea la mejor idea.
Really?
Perfect!
What the...
As well as Jueyun chilies, I also need some slime condensate or loach pearls.
A ver, ¿cómo está este último chico armado? Apoyando. Obviamente es inferior al mío. Está con el antiguo de la nobleza. El halcón de Jade. Que le da crítico. Y a ver esos atributos. Está mejor que el mío en probabilidad. Así que no estaría mal ver eso, ¿ah? El de la nobleza, ya. Voy a intentar armarlo con el C de la nobleza. Tal vez puede incrementar su poder. A ver, quiero ver ahora el daño que hace.
This is starting to sound like something Shaolin
Y
would
aquí
make.
puedo, a ver, comprobemos. ¿Cuánto hace de daño, eh? 10.000 con los dash, pega menos que el mío porque el mío pega 12k. Sus básicos están por ahí. Bien, ya tengo el Bankai, con esto ya puedo probarlo. ¿Será aquí arriba? Ahí están. Perfecto. Bankai.
Worthless.
Pega casi lo mismo que mi Xiao mal armado, weón.
Okay, this should be enough.
Diona, you seem really committed to, making alcoholic drinks available to people of all tastes.
Parece que estás tomando muy a pecho eso de crear cosas excéntricas, ¿no?
What? No, never! I hate alcohol! When grown-ups drink too much, they get that stupid drunk look on their faces, can't speak clearly, and don't even respond properly. Sometimes, they just... So, I'm on a mission to mix the most disgusting drink in the whole world and show everyone just how awful alcohol...
Is it really worth all that effort?
¿Y crees que vale la pena todo eso?
Yeah, because all my previous efforts have failed. Those stinking booze hounds not only haven't woken up to the truth of how bad alcohol...
But how is that possible? If this is the kind of stuff you're throwing into their drinks, it...
Are you calling me a liar? Well, just you wait.
Oh no. Is she really going to add those Juyun chilies?
Pensaba en añadir esa cosa tan
If her
extraña.
claims are true, perhaps she too possesses a unique constitution of some kind.
¿Será tal vez porque tiene poderes?
I don't see how it could have anything to do with her. Unless she's under the influence of some kind of power? Maybe an evil spirit.
No, I sense no trace of the demonic in her. Although there are traces of something else.
No tiene nada
Something
de
rather special.
una energía fuera de lo común. Sin embargo, ella posee algo especial. Su energía es distinta a la de las demás, pero no es una fuerza maligna.
In Liyue, we might say this child has adeptal
It's ready. Here, I made one for Xiao too.
Muy bien.
Oh boy.
What's wrong? You're not a Don't worry. There isn't even any alcohol in it. It's a slime condensate base with
Surely there's no way this can
No se esfuerzan a beber si no
possibly
quieren.
taste good. Xiao downed it in a single gulp. Oh.
Chang'an drank his too.
This drink.
Delicious! It does have a touch of Jueyun chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's completely different from Xiangling's cooking or those drinks Xingqiu makes to mess with me.
He percibido el sabor a esas chiles, pero no les agrada en absoluto. No se parece en nada a lo que produce Xianling.
It's crisp and refreshing, with just a hint of numbness, and the Jueyun chili flavor combines with the smooth but not slimy texture of
¡Se volvió loco!
a heavenly mixture.
Es refrescante. Me adormece los labios igual que cuando congelo a mis enemigos. Es perfecto.
And oh, the slimes! Can we talk about the slimes? Before this, I never knew that they had such a pure and herby taste.
That's right. Slimes are. Oh, I failed again.
I'm great, and I gotta try another. Diona, if you please, one more.
Dame otra.
I'm sorry.
Lamento que me hayan
Can't
visto
believe I
tan
let you all see me like
sobresaltado.
It's fine. My fault for not checking your spice tolerance first. Oh, looks like this pure yang spirit isn't such.
Actually, before I drank it, I very much doubted what you said about your drinks.
Who'd have thought it? Xiao?
Look over there.
Miren,
You mean the...
Something's written up.
What? You can see that from over here?
será mejor ver qué dice.
I don't get swept away.
¡Ah! Espera. Entonces con la C1 puedo dashear 3 veces. Tal vez si quiera conseguir una copia de Xiao,
There's
¿eh?
a poem written on it. The conqueror of demons has truly amazing vision.
Sí, hay algo escrito. Tienes una gran vista. ¡Ja! Nada se me escapa al Sharingan.
Paimon-see! It sounds like.
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't end up together.
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf?
¿Por qué escribir eso en una
The
hoja?
flowing waters are ruthless. They carry the leaves away with the current. This poem would likely have vanished into the void had we not found it.
Si dejar esas hojas a su merced, los poemas acabarán olvidados. Qué extraño.
It makes no sense to me.
No entiendo por qué querrían eso.
That's true. I've heard Xingqiu say something similar before.
Tal vez alguien simplemente no quería que lo leyera y eso es todo.
When there's things that you're unable to say, or just never had the chance to say,
Is it kind of like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was little. So that means that our mystery poet was You think? Then should we write a poem in reply?
but we don't know who wrote it. How can we reply?
Why not go upstream?
¿Y si nos dirigimos río arriba?
The ink looks fresh. It can't have been written too long ago. This withered leaf floated down with the current. If we travel further upstream and drop a leaf into the same waters, it should be carried down past the original writer.
Cool! Aw, but how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaves in different places. As they say, where there's a will, there's a way.
Either way, it's our only
Esta
option.
última
Then
alternativa.
let's make like a tree and head.
Es la única y última alternativa que tenemos. Bien, según esto... ¿Para dónde me tengo que ir? Para allá. ¡A la shit! Está la chucha el punto. ¡Oye! Ven acá, Julio. ¿Te vas a pegarme? ¿Cómo se te ocurre, loco? Sin respeto, ¿ah?
Upstream, upstream.
De hecho, ya terminé.
Ooh, great! Now give me...
¿Ocurre algo?
Things you never had the chance to say before it was too late. When silence is the final word, we mourn the loss of things unheard.
Se te daría muy bien esto.
I have little talent for, nor knowledge of poetry.
The least in the water! Look, it's like a little bub.
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves to set afloat, and
Podemos
we need to
darnos
get
prisa.
back before it gets dark.
Okay, let's go! What's this? You two having a private chat?
Siempre digo que estos dos se parecen a Naruto y Sasuke cuando hablan juntos, literalmente.
It's nothing. I just
No,
hope
nada.
this isn't all in vain.
Solo espero que eso no sea en vano. No, no me hagas elegir al trapo. No voy a usar al trapo, uso a Mika, uso a Noel. Pero al trapo no, al trapo no.
The scenery here is quite beautiful. Let's pause here to seek some inspiration.
Should we set up camp? Oh, please wait a moment. I'll pick...
It's an inspiration walk. There's no...
Okay. Well, I'll conduct reconnaissance nearby to ensure this area...
Wait, reconnaissance?
It means survey the environment and plan our route forward. It's different.
Are all inspiration walks in Mom? They're acting like this is completely normal. Am I the weirdo here? In that case, I'll conduct reconnaissance with Mika.
Huh? Crumbs. Now I have to try and make small talk.
Very well. Then
So, Singjo, do you,
Olvídalo.
go on inspiration walks often, or
have fun, you two.
I do. I always get bored when I'm cooped up at home, so I head out for a stroll. Life gets busy. You have to steal a moment of leisure when you can.
Cool. Oh, over there.
La voz de la nobleza, típico. Dice 3. Bueno. Oh, está, gana el combo que hace. Oye, oye, oye. Vamos a ver. Bankai.
Final warning.
Niños de mierda. Carajo.
Providing
Ahora
cover
que estoy
fire.
amorizado.
Let's keep going, team.
Bankai.
Engaging.
Tarado.
With this wood and the food I brought along, we can definitely put together a decent lunch.
Sí, supongo.
You've got quite a knack at wilderness survival. I'll give you that.
Thanks. I was on an expedition with the Grandmaster of the...
Oh? You sound like a character from an adventure novel.
What? No, I'm nowhere near as amazing as all that. If I really run into a powerful enemy, I always leave it for...
You're too modest, Mika. A hero is measured not by the blood on his sword, but by what... As long as a righteous heart that yearns to aid others beats within your chest, no matter where you go, or what you have achieved.
That all sounded pretty profound.
Hello? Are you...
Oh,
En marcha.
You're back! Did everything go smoothly? Do you need a...
no need, thanks. All clear. There's no danger in the vicinity.
Que no había. Me acaba de batir la raja 4, weón.
Noelle, your cooking is amazing.
Truly astounding. I never imagined it was possible to enjoy such a...
Really? Then what do you usually eat when you're out on an inspiration walk?
Oh, well, since I usually sneak out from home, I just grab some dried snacks to take with me. Add in whatever fruit I pick along the way, and
By sneaking out,
that's right. Or sometimes I'll tell a cover story like,
But if you get caught, won't you get...
so just don't get caught.
Huh. Anyway, did anything interesting...
well, Xingqiu and I talked about what it means to be a hero. Now that I think about it, by Xingqiu's definition,
Huh? Me?
you're always happy to help everyone in the Knights of Favonius. Not only that, but whenever we're out training, you... Oh, remember that time when a giant boulder was blocking the road?
Oh? Sounds like she has both a heroic spirit.
Don't. Oh, please don't praise me like that. We should talk about what we came here to do. Find...
Miss Hu Tao said something about pocketing our poetic thoughts. But so far, all we've done is...
You can write about anything. Looking at Cor Lapis, one can't help but wonder if one's own heart is as bright and clear as jade. Observing silk, so bright and beautiful.
So we have to connect our internal world with the external one?
Exactly. But that's just one of many possible methods. Perhaps you might gaze out at the bridge in the distance and see a woman leaning on the railing, looking as if her heart is laden by sorrows that even the rushing waters below cannot wash away.
Huh? Wait! I saw her at the gallery. Why don't we go say hi?
¿Cómo está Noel? La sombra blanca, claro que sí. Los artefactos tiene el de la nobleza. C3. Bueno, la técnica la tiene nivel 11. Está mejor que la mía en eso. En estadística. ¿Y su defensa? Bueno, tiene un bastante buen equilibrio en ataque y defensa. El set de la nobleza no está mala. Podría armarla así, a ver cómo queda. Ya lleva una hora básicamente.
Hello, ma'am. How fortuitous it is that we meet again.
Hello.
Yes. Allow me to...
Thank you for accepting our answer to your riddle yesterday.
Oh, don't mention it. It's all in good fun. I'm Kelly Roe.
So, Miss Caliroe, are you from Fontaine?
Fontaine.
That's right. I was traveling in the area and just happened to see there was a poetry event being held at Stone.
Your riddle yesterday made quite an impression.
I haven't, actually. I've just picked up a few things here. Amazing.
So you're a natural poet. We noticed you standing on the bridge from quite some distance away. Are you drawing poetic inspiration from the flow? I haven't finished my poem yet. The water here was just so peaceful and calming. Well, since we're all here, why not head back with us to the venue for tonight's festivity? Huh? We can walk and talk. Perhaps the mingling of ideas will give rise to new... I'd personally like to hear Miss Callie Rowe's couplet.
En marcha. ¿Terminará ya la segunda parte? Ya la tercera la dejo para la última parte, ¿eh?
Woohoo! The first team is back.
Huh? The others...
Come on! Let's hurry!
We're not too late.
Llegamos tarde,
Just
¿no?
how far did you all go?
Everyone catch your breath. Come on, deep breaths. One.
We made it! Oh, Paimon's exhausted.
¿Cómo puedes cansarte de flotar?
Paimon gets tired if she has to fly too fast. Oh, not to mention dropping all those leaves. Paimon... Sounds like someone needs to exercise more. Huh? You guys picked up a new teammate while you were...
Indeed. This is Callie Rowe. Hi, everyone.
Hello, but you're not the only ones who's called... Wait. Xiao?
¿Dónde está la chica?
Xiao, come on.
Rayos.
Now that we've all regrouped, let's...
They say roosters crow at first light, and finches go to bed at night. But Director Who Tells always on the ball.
Are the theatrics really necessary? We're already on day 2 of the festival. The opening's...
But my dear, dear Paimon, it seems you are not yet aware. That was not for my own sake.
Director.
¡No, Itachi! ¡El Itachi, carajo!
Always makes quite an impression.
Ah, se fue el último chica y llegó el hermano. No mames.
Oh, boy!
Mr. Zhongli, I hope you are
Señor
well.
Itachi. Espero que le haya bien durante el tiempo.
What can you tell me about Mr. Zhongli? Yes, he's held in very high regard in Liyue Harbor. He's extremely erudite
Él es
in many different domains
extremadamente
of
fuerte.
knowledge.
Tiene una gran reputación.
Allow me to introduce you all to Zhongli. His expertise
El
is
gran Itachi.
limitless, stretching from the celestial orbs to the terrestrial ores, spanning modern and ancient. He may be my subordinate, but he is certainly a qualified poetry expert.
The director exaggerates. I am but vaguely acquainted with a few lines of classical poetry. Should you consider me to be remiss in my appraisal of your own compositions, please correct me.
Ella exagera con sus culpillos. Yo tan solo conozco algunos poemas clásicos. Si en algún momento advierte un error en mis comentarios como evaluador, no duden en hacérmelo saber.
Yeah, enough with the modesty already. If I didn't know better, I'd say you...
Please rest assured
Puede
that I
estar que
shall
así será,
try.
directora.
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2...
Huh? Are you counting me too?
Anda, anímate.
Fine, but consider this a favor.
Sí,
With our
sí,
Fontaine
sí,
friend
sí.
present, perhaps we should Also, I'm just noticing that Paimon should only count as a half teammate at most. Well, how about this? I'll join in as well. Naturally, the more the merrier. Then it's settled.
What about me? Shall I keep track?
No need for that. The teams are just a formality. We're all friends here, and this isn't intended to be competitive. But what do you think,
¿Qué
Judge
piensa el Itachi?
Zhongli?
I concur, Director. Moreover, it would be disingenuous to impose upon our friends from Mondstadt and Fontaine, since this is a congenial poetry gala. Should we not begin with inspiration and finish with friendly conversation? The aim...
That's a relief.
I couldn't have asked for a better judge. Zhongli said everything I was supposed to say, only far more eloquently. So, without further ado,
No problem.
Bueno, Aidor, conta aquí si pasa un desastre.
Put on your
Aidor,
thinking
conta
cap,
aquí.
take a deep breath of fresh air. The second stage of our poetry gala will now commence. Matching couplets.
perhaps I could break the ice with a humble contribution. Please listen to the first line in the couplet.
What?
He managed to think of one already?
Shinue Kiosk. Should that be paired with Lily Pavilion? Or are they...
Shinue Kiosk. Contemporary tastes? I guess I should pair... Okay, I got something.
Ya lo tengo.
Surrounded by history, outside a Tianheng Pass pavilion, as lightning sets the boundless tenebrous skies ablaze.
Wow! Changyun completed the couplet!
Shinue Kiosk is a renowned modern restaurant, while the mountain pass of Tianheng is a prominent historical landmark. The imagery also contrasts rather well between the two halves of the couplet. One half describing a leisurely and comfortable indoor scene.
Huh? I was just describing what I Alright then. I guess I'll start the next... Mind pines for Mingyun. Flesh confined to Qingse.
Oh, Changyun, you dark horse.
This conjures the image of one with lofty aspirations, whose life is limited to a small town, but who awaits the opportunity to one day ascend
Algún
above
día
the
te tendré,
clouds.
Itachi, en mi cuenta. Algún día
Various
vendrás,
locations
desgraciado.
for their symbolism is quite novel indeed.
Oh! Soul shines like jade stone, dressed in finest silkware. Lucent heart still beats within me now.
Wow, how did Noelle...
A superb line. It employs the metaphor of precious stone to describe one of...
That was a commendable couplet. All thanks to your guidance while we were out on our inspiration walk. I'd like to start the next couplet. Up into the misty karst, down among the grassy marsh, all for lotus seed and
Bird... What is it, Diona? Did you think of a second line for the couplet? No. Everyone's poems are so complicated. But when I heard lotus seed and bird egg soup, it made me...
Ya sé.
North beyond the Starfell Lake. South across the windswept plains. Just for berries squeezed and mint infused.
Al norte del lago estelar, al sur de la llanura del viento, 2 copas de bayas y menta que podemos disfrutar.
No wonder everyone praises the traveler so highly. You answered so quickly.
Both halves of this couplet require intimate knowledge of the terrain in question and the local plants that may be found there.
Does this mean I helped? Meowza!
Ha sido una gran ayuda eso que
Now,
dijiste.
Zhongli, don't just praise everything you hear. You should question and press them a bit. Don't worry about upsetting anyone. After all, I'm here to...
Then allow me to try and... Qingxin has no heart. Still, it's...
Is she talking about the medicinal effects of Qingxin?
Lo tengo de nuevo. Ya lo tengo.
Sweet dream is no dream, yet it nurtures people's dreams.
Dulces sueños. No es un sueño, porque los sueños, sueños son.
Sweet dream.
Since the suitability of the match has been queried, I shall act according to the director's wishes, and...
Oh, you mean eating a delicious dessert before bed?
La razón por la que dormimos tan tranquilo cada noche es porque Uchiha está protegiéndonos a todos.
Then I agree.
Points for me, points for... But if you ask me, everyone's being a little too conventional so far.
Oh? In that case, why don't you... Round moon in the heavens, full moon at night.
Oh, square meals in the basement. Big bowls of rice.
Huh?
The two halves have no thematic connection. Yet each word has its perfect parallel.
Blah, 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 blah. So verbose. Zhongli...
Of course you did.
Through Cheongji, I walked 100 miles. At Guili, I ended my march. In Dihua, the silver grass grows in 2 styles, but horsetails don't trot out the marsh.
¡Gánale!
From vendors, I bought some 15 steaks. At dinner, I sizzled the lot. At pressure, the tenderloin cooks in 2 ticks.
Huh?
So that's a pedant's couplet. I don't think I thought of one. Wolf hooks can't hook Baron Bunny. Aw, that's a cute couplet.
Sweet flowers can't out sweets.
¡Levin!
Barbara.
¿What? ¡Se llama Levin! What the fuck? No, Levin, ¿qué te hicieron? Te retiraste como jugador y ahora es un NPC, weón, no mames.
Now,
In that case,
Oh, this monster's cut.
nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove.
Wow, Noelle came up with. Come on, match the couplet. Paimon knows you can do it.
¿Y por qué no lo haces tú?
Do you really think Paimon has what it takes?
Basta con que rime.
Fine, Paimon will give it a whirl. Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts. Seething in the pouring rain, sword of pain swipes at my foe, beating up the eye of the storm. What?
Perfecto.
Really?
Yes, very good. The image of challenging powerful foes in the harshest of conditions seemed to manifest before my eyes, and it was perfectly juxtaposed against the atmosphere of
Really?
It appears that my sir...
Paimon's so happy! Paimon managed to match a bunch of
Sí,
couplets
sí,
at the end.
sí.
I really enjoyed myself too.
You were amazing today, Noelle. Paimon especially liked your one about reading Heart of Clear Spring.
¿Mm? ¿Te encuentras bien?
Miss Kelly Roy, are you okay? You look like you're... don't worry, I'm fine. Although, I do have all of you read Heart of Clear Springs?
Lo tengo en mi
I
lista de
haven't
pendientes.
actually read it.
My dad told me the story once.
Oh, yes. The story of a spring fairy who left her homeland. The boy poured out his heart to her, and she listened to it. Over time, the boy grew up and began to develop feelings for the spring fairy. But I don't know if Diona's father mentioned the part about the kiss to her.
In the end, the spring fairy left the boy.
Oh, yes, that's it. Many years went by.
Sounds like a tragic tale.
So, what do you guys think of... I'm sure she made her decision with the best of intentions, but the boy couldn't... Well, do you think she should go back and see that boy again?
Now? But
isn't it a bit... so...
if Paimon was that boy... Actually...
I see.
Oh?
Looks like the party's still going strong over here. Are you coming up with more couplets?
Primero quítate ese ridículo gorro.
If you get involved, you only match every couplet yourself and not leave any for the rest of us.
I never knew you had some... But the couplet games are all over now. Tomorrow...
Do we have to share our own poems with everyone?
That's right. If you're not feeling confident, don't worry. It's never too late to register for Venti's Poetry I'll sign up.
Oh, me too.
Hold on there, Buster. Before you start peddling your classes, just how much...
It's as free as the winds that blow. And there's nothing freer. There are no limits to genre, form, content, or give it a try. There's no better chance to express...
Whoa, that's almost too much freedom. Paimon can't decide which way to go. Will you come too, Kelly Roy? Paimon wants to...
Oh, yes. Ugh, my nose is starting to itch again. All right, I shall leave.
Y bien. Vamos a dejarlo hasta acá, porque si no va a quedar demasiado largo. Así que lo vamos a dejar acá. Déjenme mirar hasta todos los 7, ya que a mí me gusta terminar con la hasta todos los 7. Y ya está. Vamos a dejarlo hasta ahí. Y ya grabaré la siguiente parte. Y con la siguiente parte ya terminaremos este capítulo especial. Y luego ya iré ordenando los capítulos que grabé previamente de la tercera temporada. Ya que estoy la primera. Así que nada más. Los vamos hasta aquí por ahora. Espero que les guste el videito. Si es así, por eso me gusta, la suscripción, comenten lo que quieran, soy que se me cuesta nada. Y nos vemos en el siguiente video. Adiós, gracias por ver. Bye bye.